Happy spring, everyone! Today I'll show you how I made this card coloring die cuts. So I die cut everything white. I prefer to do it that way. And here are some tips for how to color your die cuts. So use whatever medium you have, whatever it's your favorite. I use ink blending. Adjust the size of the brush accordingly. Bigger die cuts, bigger brushes, smaller die cuts, smaller brushes. Always ink blend from your lightest color to your darkest color because you can always add more color, like intensify, but you cannot take it back. So start with the lighter color. You see me changing my mind here quite a few times. Like I thought I wanted it more pastel looking. In the end, they're going to be quite vibrant. And I just kept adding more and more color until I was happy with it. And at the very end, I think I'm not going to show that on screen that much, but you can add detail with coloring pencils, um, markers, and the white jelly pen if you want to. I didn't actually use the white jelly pen on my ones, but I probably should have because I find it so cute when I see it on other projects. I just think that I forgot. You see me here changing my mind. I started with very, very light shades and they were kind of pastel looking, and I wanted them to be more vibrant because I wanted kind of to use the colors of the rainbow in all of them. And as I layered the petals here, I don't really like that much, so I start adding more and more color as I go. Also, I added the details at the end, which I'm not going to show you on screen. But I die cut off screen 2 layers of each of the parts that you're seeing, and I layered them off screen. So for each set of flowers that you're seeing, there are 2 layers. My cardstock was very lightweight, so I kind of had to. And for the main die cut, it's also two. For the hummingbird, it's the same thing. I did 2 layers for everything. And I find that using ink blending for coloring, it's for me, it's very quick and I like the way it looks. For me to color well, it takes a long, long time. So I find that ink blending, it's quicker, it's faster, even if you don't have like matching layering stances. You can see on screen, like I started this one with a very light kind of turquoise color. On screen actually looks way lighter than in person, so I think that's part of the problem. I started thinking it was bright enough, but then it dies back a little bit, and I will bring more color and intensify everything that you're seeing me doing here. I sped this up because it took me a while playing around with them, but I like the different gradation of color that you get when you ink blend. Like some areas will look darker, some areas will look lighter. You can fade it into white if you want to. You can blend one color with another. I really like the effects you can get with the blending brushes. Fun fact for you, when I started crafting, the more modern, more recent makeup brushes weren't available, and I really, really struggled to ink blend. I had the ones with the foam, the foam circles that you remove, and I tried to ink blend with those, and it was a disaster, you guys. Oh my goodness, that was so bad. I absolutely could not do it. I still believe I wouldn't be able to do it today if I tried because I am so heavy handed. It just wouldn't work for me. Like every time I tried, it felt like I was just stamping. Ah, the results were dreadful. So I am very happy and thankful for the new makeup brushes or blending brushes, wherever you want to call them, because they do make it so much easier. You can actually start like holding from the very edge of your brush and add just a little bit of ink, and then add pressure as you want. I think I got a little bit better with controlling the weight of my hand as well, so that's probably helping. But I still think I wouldn't be able to blend ink blend with the foam applicators. I don't think so. So you tell me if you can do it. I really admire you if you can. I absolutely cannot. Okay, so let's go back. Here on screen, you can see that I'm already adding a little bit more color. So I am intensifying the first layer that I added. What I did was the edge of the feathers on the tail section, on the wing, and the center of the body of the hummingbird. I used that kind of light turquoise, and then I added a bit more, like more of a teal shade. And then I added a very, like, medium blue, I would say, to the other areas. So the top of the wing, the top of the tail, and the very, very edges of the body of my hummingbird. You might not be able to see here while I'm ink blending, but you will see it on the pictures. And then I came with a shade of purple and I added it to the detail that is going on top of the wing, also on the very bottom of the body of the hummingbird. And I just forgot there is a detail that you're seeing here now that it's over the eye that is also the blue shade. So it looks way better in person than on the video and on the pictures. I think that the only two things that I would change to this, because we're never 100% happy with what we make, is I would add some shine to it. I don't know why. I think that I could add some clear sparkle, maybe a wink of Stella pen, and I think it would just look gorgeous. And add those white details with a jelly pen. So I might still do that off camera, but it looks very nice, like this color combo. I've never used it before, and I was very happy. The one thing you see me doing here on screen a little bit is to differentiate this purple from that blue that they were both kind of same intensity. I am coming and adding a little bit of pink. So the purple, it has a little bit of warmth to it. It's not just completely cold um, shades. So my flowers are basically the warm shades, and the hummingbird will have the cold shades, but there's the hint of pink. I use just a black Copic marker to color the kind of the beak of my hummingbird. Please forgive me if I'm saying the body parts wrong. Um, there is a layering die cut separate for the beak, and I colored that as well. And then I'm just gonna layer everything and add it up. I'm adding glue just to the center of the flowers, and because I'm using like 3 layers of the flowers, I wanted them kind of very rich. I am kind of alternating them and twisting them around a little bit, so um, they are not sitting all on top of each other. I'll do that for all 3 of them. And I do come back with my stylus and I press them down for 1 or 2 seconds just to make sure that they are not going to move. But this glue that I'm using, it's my white glue. It has like a quick grab, so I don't usually have to hold it down for too long. The reason I'm putting glue just in the center, it's that I want to kind of fluff up the petals later. Um, I made my flower centers in yellow because, as I said, I wanted all the colors of the rainbow in this card, and I thought they would pop up in all the 3 colors. And this die cut is kind of ready to go. So now I'm moving on to my hummingbird. And there's not much. This one is kind of straightforward. The one thing I'm going to do in a minute is, well, actually, the one thing that I wish I had done here that I forgot is you could actually probably cut another wing. It is designed to have only one wing, right? But you could probably cut a second layer of just a bigger layer of the wing itself, not this layer that I'm holding here, and kind of place it behind the main wing. So you would see the two wings from the profile. I think that would actually look nice as well. But I hadn't done it, and I only thought about it when I had everything stuck down. So I'm just layering all of my parts. It's quite easy, quite straightforward. You do have an image on the packaging. All of these die cuts are from Simon Says Stamp. I forgot to mention that. And you have an image of the whole thing assembled um, on the back of the packaging, so it's very easy. Here I'm adding a piece of adhesive behind the eye, and I did have 4 pieces for the eye that I'm layering and gluing, and the last one I'm gonna also use my Copic marker, my black Copic marker, to color it. It's so small that it sticks to the marker. I'm here struggling a little bit, but I just put the black one on top, and you can see the glue now, so it looks a bit funny, but the glue will dry clear. And here I'm trying all the colors of background, so a ink blended yellow, kind of turquoise, a lighter turquoise, lighter yellow, a smaller border. I tried everything and I didn't like any of it. So in the end, I used this cream background to give me just a thin border. And I'm adding just a plain white panel. I do feel like I missed something in the background, but I couldn't really think of anything that I wanted to add that would actually work with the rest of the card, because it has a lot of bright colors. Like if I had to use a very dark background, I think they will pop even more. But I went for lighter because to me it's more spring like, if that makes sense. I do think it will look way better against a darker background though. So here I'm just gluing everything down. Uh, and then I'm gonna add a sentiment that I just had left from last year. I did foil a bunch of sentiments and I cut them. I actually don't remember where that one is from. My guess is Pink Fresh Studio, if you're interested. And it just says happy birthday. So this is a small tip from me. You could use a spring card for basically any occasion, but I do find that making seasonal cards for birthdays are usually always a win, because people do associate the time of their birthday to the seasons of the year. So I like to make cards, like birthday cards, according to the season that the person was born. I find that they always enjoy it and appreciate it. It's a simple one, but it works. So I'm just gluing everything down. I'm gonna come with my sentiment in a minute. I did add some gems. Oh yeah, here you're seeing me struggling with the petals, trying to bring them up. And I'm gonna add also some gems. These gems, they don't have any iridescence, any color. They're clear. So I thought they wouldn't distract from the main elements, but I just felt that the background was way too naked for my taste, and it needed a little something something. I still feel like I wish I had added maybe a dotted background dye or something like that, but I was afraid of distracting from the main elements that to me are the flowers and the bird. And this is it. This is my idea. Have a nice week. Happy crafting. Bye.